So I'm pretty excited today because I got this box from TMAT and some stuff for my truck here. So I'm pretty excited to get it unboxed. Pretty sure this stuff is pretty close to indestructible. So, oh, another sticker. Sweet. Little stops here, and they got the short pieces. I'm assuming are for like around the edges and stuff like that. I probably should look at those assembly instructions, but I'm a typical guy, so probably won't. Maybe. And just trying to get them up out of the way. Got a piece right here, and you just kind of squeeze that and move it up. Call them a squeezer piece. A bunch of these little side ones. Let's see how far it goes. Now I have a 2014 Ford F-150 with a 4-door configuration. I have basically a groove in one side and a little joiner on the other side. So they just kind of snap in like this. I've seen people do this with there's a few videos out there. So put these across.
Who do you love? Who do you love?
These are 12 inches by 12 inches. I keep dropping that piece by 3/4 inches thick.
Whoopsie.
So just so you have an idea. So it's pretty well situated. And that is 4 feet, and the middle of my truck is 4 feet. So
I can do this. I can do this. I can.
I'm going to set these off to the side a little bit. I'm just kind of taking my time. I'm not really timing myself on this. Oh, I see how it's easier actually if you put each row together. I'm trying to keep this other stuff out of the way. And I believe they have more different kits. So if I find out what those kits consist of, I'll put it in the info in the description or up on the screen. And now that I've got a row done, I just need to snap it in. So I've seen some people said you can use a some people said you could use need a bigger work surface. I should have brought my Tough Built work surface out here. But these things are not difficult to put together at all. It's actually kind of enjoyable. Has a kind of a new, I don't know if you can call it a new car smell, but this plastic has a definite newness smell to it, if that makes sense. Now they got another row done. I just line it up, pop it down. I know it's been probably a little over five minutes or so, but like I said, I'm not in any kind of hurry. I wanted to show you how long it really takes. I think it said 5 minutes, but I guess if you know what you're doing, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's easier if you put a whole row. In my case, that's 4. It's easier if you put a whole roll together. And then snap it into the others. Oh, I got one of them backwards. So it's super easy just to pop right back off. There we go. I was wondering why it was not going in so easy, because it really literally goes in super easy.
Oh yeah.
So far, I've got it kind of. So far, I've got it almost there. This is the last 4 big pieces. In this kit for my Ford F-150, you get 20 pieces, which takes you to there. I think I have the 6.5 foot bed, and they have different kits available. So I think that's what these small ones are for. Put these off to the side. Now TMAT did send this to me, so we'll mark it a paid promotion, but they're not telling me what to say or anything like that. I can reach almost to the second deal, but you can kind of pull it out here. So now I'm going to take my handle off my tough belt, and I want to see if there's enough room to close with having the TMAT in here. I've got a full set of, I have a very full set of tough belt boxes, and I know they actually make a wheel stop. Go back here. So if they, it looks like it'll even if I put a piece of 3/4 inch plywood in there, I still have enough room up underneath there. Looks like I have plenty of room in there to, I have like 4, maybe 5 inches. Well, you know what? I have a tape measure. Looks like I have at least 5 inches. I could actually put a box up on top of this, a skinny box on top of this, and still be able to get my tonneau cover closed, which is great. I really like that. And I can put a stop back here. I have to find some way of securing that, but I could literally... Now it is pretty heavy like this with my Tough Built box on there. To slide it, so now the box won't go anywhere. I think what I'm going to do is put one of these against there, and here I have the piece that you can scoot back, and then on this side I just have a regular piece that pretty much stays still. In the back, I just have a bigger piece like that, and locked in place. It's all locked in place, and we'll give it a test drive and see how she fares. So earlier this week I went and got me a piece of 1/2-inch plywood, and I took this out and screwed the piece of plywood up underneath there. And I actually this is a regular 4x8 sheet of plywood, and I kind of cut the difference. There's a little bit of a hangover right here, maybe like 1/8 of an inch on each side, and then I had to cut it at, I think it was like, I think my truck is like 66, truck bed is like 66.5 inches or something, so I cut it down right there in the Home Depot parking lot. So now I have a work surface, or a bigger surface to put my stuff in, and it's super easy to push back. I've got the pull strings on here, so I'm going to do this kind of quickly. What I did was I'm going to put some strapping in here to be able to pull this out a little easier. There. I'm just going to loop this right here. I think they call them fender washers or something. And then I just put this piece back. Put this down with another screw. These pieces back here have screws in them. So now I have a pole strap. I'm going to do that on the other side. Because once you put the plywood on there, it seems a little on the heavy side. I kind of expected that though. Of course, I had my, up till couple minutes ago, I had my Tough Built box in there, and I'll put that back in there so you can see it. So now I'm going to put this one over here like this, and I measured them so they're pretty much the same. Where's my little washers? Washer and a screw. It helps if I put the washer in there. Hopefully this will work pretty good, since I put the piece of plywood down in here. Now it's back in here, screw it down. I do need a third screw. Some of these other pieces I actually drilled right through this piece right here, and just gets pretty soft. I mean, it's still hard but soft. That makes sense. But these pieces right here have 3 screw holes, so that's where I'm using to put them back in there. And these are like 1-inch drywall screws. There's just a little bit of a hump to it since I have the deal in there, but my tough built box back in there. Lock it in. Locked in. Now, this piece right here, it's actually easy to push back. Just slides back. I can actually just push it back with the boxes. And then when I need to pull it out, and do like that. See, I can pull it out further than once I get weight on the back, once I get weight on this back part right here, it shouldn't be near as bad. So now I've got 2 pull straps on there, and then like I said, when I want to push it back, just push it back, and then when I want to slide it out and pull it out, and then I'm going to make up a little brace to go up underneath here. I got some stuff over here, so it's kind of close quarters, but you can kind of get the idea, and then set it up on the brace in the back if I want to pull it out a little further. So this is adjustable. I want to pull it back over here, and it's actually almost all the way out, because I have another now I have a work surface too if I wanted to use that as a work surface. And then just push these back. So when you go to the TMAT website, I'll show you here on the computer, you go select your vehicle, you go to the TMAT website, select your vehicle. Mine was a F-150, and you can see it was $339, and I have the short bed 5 foot 7 inches, which is the most common, but you can scroll down and pick a 6.6 or a 8.1 if you have a bigger bed truck, and then you can also pick whether you want the drain holes in it. I believe the drain holes normally come in it, and then it kind of tells you what's in the kit. And you get 2 tight fit blockers, 2 light duty blockers, 2 adjustable blockers. You get 12 by 12, you get 20 12 by 12 panels, and 21, I think I had 20 in my kit, but they sent it to me at no charge. So, but I ended up not using the last 6 anyway. So, kind of gives you an idea. The adjustable blockers. So I did the rest of my truck up till like the last 3 rows right here in the back. So it was pretty easy. And then I'll go to accessories, and I'll show you what they have available with accessories. They have these little ramp pieces that you put at the very end of your install, so you can kind of just roll stuff in there. You can buy more of these adjustable blockers, more of these. They're 4-pack, $29.99. The TMAT tight fit blockers, $26.99 for a 2-pack. And then you can see you can get a bucket holder for $79.99, and then without the little feet on the bottom of it that I'm assuming look like these, the little feet on the bottom of them. So it's actually a better deal. It seems like it's a better deal just to get the bucket holder for $79. They have like a package of 3 or 5 of these bucket holders on the second page, but you can see what kind of, you get these little 2x4 holders, 2-inch wood holders, and you get the loose fit anchors, and then you get these TMAT anchors for the storage bins, which are right here. You can buy the storage bins as well. They even have holders for your skis if you're up north somewhere, and your golf clubs, and then they have a DIY drill guide for the panels, which is pretty cool. And then here at the very end you can get a 4-pack of 5-gallon bucket holders without the anchors, and you can screw them in there or buy the anchors separately. And then you got the single panels. You can buy these for $10, and the 12 by 12 with they got one with drain holes and one without drain holes. And then you get these little pieces right here. Most of those come in the kit. And then you have these little TMAT DIY mounting retainers. I guess you can, I just screwed the TMAT into the piece of plywood that you saw on there, so I didn't even use these. I didn't have these little mounting retainers. I just screwed in the side pieces right here. I just screwed them in, so it was pretty easy. I didn't see any issue with that, and so it kind of gives you an idea what's on the website. Just a really nice American-made product. I did reach out to them and ask them for a discount code for y'all. So if they do give me a discount code, I will put that in the description. So please check the description before you log off the video. And also, if you wouldn't mind going down there, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell icon, you'll get notified when I post a new video or go live. This is Tim the Air Toolman back at you.
I'll be back.